Hello all, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about the new IPO which is going to come, which is about Gland Pharma IPO. Yes, so as you know from the name itself, we will get to know that yes, it's a pharmaceutical company. So Gland Pharma is nothing but a pharmaceutical company who does injectable businesses, who gives injectable businesses to business companies, to different pharmaceutical companies. It's basically the business model is only B2B. Now, what is the objects of issue? First thing we should be very clear. IPO is nothing but raising funds through public mode. Either it can be for enhancement of their particular business, or it can be that they want to sell their promoter holdings to the public. Like for example, when IRCTC came into IPO, it's nothing but they are selling some stake of government to the public so that public can also become an owner. So that is what the concept of an IPO is. So whenever a company requires a fund for anything, they will go for an IPO. Now there are certain factors and the certain conditions through which IPOs are being launched. Those conditions I will discuss in separate video. But let's talk about this particular company, which is Gland Pharma IPO. So now what is the object of issue? Very simple. The object of issue is nothing but increasing the working capital. It means they are having a working capital crunch. That what is working capital? It's nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. That is, in plain English, if I say, it's nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. So the company will not receive any offers. They will use those particular proceeds nothing but in working capital requirements and also general expenditure, whatever they wanted to do as part of daily business as usual purpose. Now, what is the company profile? As I told, it's into B2B model. So they just deal with business to business. Now there are different models here: B2B, B2C, that is business to consumer; E2E, that is e-commerce to e-commerce; E2B, that is e-commerce to business. So in this case, it is business to business. What are the different models? I will also cover in separate video. And if you have anything specific in your mind where you have a query, please put that in comment box. I will cover that in subsequent videos. Now when you see here, it is nothing but it is in B2B model, correct? So company is directly dealing with business to business. It means company's cash flow will be perfect. Why? Because business to business model will generally not have any deviation. In case if business goes into bankrupt, that might affect the other companies. But as you know, it's done under over 60 countries. This particular Gland Pharma is, and if you see the status, 74% of the revenue for this company comes from United States. So United States is the major contributor towards Gland Pharma company. Now it is a veteran. If you see, it is a veteran in this industry. 1978. It is close to, if I'm not wrong, 88, 98, 8, 18. So it's close to 42 years in this particular industry, which is pretty long time. So that means the company is having relevant experience. The company is a matured company. The company needs proceeds to develop that business further, and it is needed for expansion. Now, what is the IPO size? First thing, the IPO will be coming on November 9, and it will be for 3 days as usual. And if you see, as we know, one lot will be around 15,000 and the market lot is 10 shares. It means our investment for per lot will be 15,000. Now we should understand, if we invest 15,000, whether we will get good returns or not. That should be our first concept, correct? And this IPO you should look into 20 years time frame, 10 years time frame, because I will say that you have seen many companies like ITC, Reliance, who has given considerable returns over the period of time. So we should look into that angle as well. But let me first look it into short term angle, whether we can invest in this particular company or not. I personally went into company website. I downloaded the financials for last 2 years, and I will show you quick analysis which I have made on the financials, which will help to us to understand whether we can invest in this particular company or not. Now, when I was reading the financial reports, yes, company is having some kind of disputes in the various acts, like that is earlier Sales Tax Act, then Income Tax Act, Entry Tax, but amount is not looking very significant. It is well within the control, and the main part is every company will have a dispute. That is the best business factor, that in case if you don't have a dispute with income in any authorities, it means you are not running a business. Whenever a business is whenever if there is a business which is very sound, it means the business is running smoothly. And if we have queries from authorities, it means we are doing something where it is hitting the authorities as well. So they are having couple of disputes. Now if I see the financials, so this is the latest financial. If you see, as on 31st March 2020, the assets stands to around 40,000 millions, and I don't find any problem in the financial statements as such. They are having a very good assets in place according in the various parts of countries, and they are doing good business. Let us go to the revenue part. If you see the revenue, the main thing you should always see in the P&L account is the earning per share. In this case, it is 49. So if you can see here, it is 49.88, the last column, the last line. Correct. 50 rupees per share is the revenue. But if you look at 2019, that is last year, it was 30 rupees. It means the company is giving a revenue. It is doubling revenue every year, which is a good sign. And earning per share 50. That means that for each share which we invest, at least we will get 50 rupees. But as you know, we are going for a fresh issue. The Gland Pharma company is going for a fresh issue. So definitely earnings will have increase, and also the share count in the denominator will also increase because of the issue size. The number of shares will be more, so we might have a deviation. But earning per share is just a factor that how much revenue or how much earning per share the company is generating. But that is not the factor to decide. In this case, if you look at my opinion, it's 50 rupees per share. In the sense, if you look at the coming year, it would be 100, considering it's doubling. 100 per share into 10, if 10 shares if you are buying, it's 1000 rupees, which is like in 15 years we will recover the entire cost, which is a good thing. But this is not should be the calculation, but a good financial statements is what we can look into this particular video, in this particular screen. Now, what are the strengths of Gland Pharma? Sometimes what happens is we always look into financials, but the real value, we should always look into the real value. Many companies, if suppose today we want to establish a company like Gland Pharma, then what do you need? We need expertise of 42 years. We need networking among countries. We need to understand the different countries' laws and regulations, which is difficult. So considering that intrinsic value, definitely the price for this particular Gland Pharma is a reasonable price, and it's a good long-term buy. I would say short-term, I'm not sure short-term it would be giving good returns, but definitely it's a good long-term buy. Now, when you look at its strengths, Gland Pharma, as I said, it's a very extensive business in the injectables products, that is injections. They are in pharmaceutical companies, wherein they just deal with business to business in injectables. And if you see, I already said that it is into B2B led model, and complemented by there are some B2C models also where it goes and gives direct to consumers, but major part is only the B2B, that is business to business. Now, Gland Pharma has also developed an extensive portfolio of compliance products because they have an internal R&D, which is their strength. Because of those internal R&D, the pharmaceutical company is having its own unique product, which is helping Gland Pharma to grow. And as I have shown you, it is having a good track record of growth. It is having a good extensive track record of profitable, and it's a good revenue and having a heavy cash flows. Now, it is also having an experience management. As I said, 1978 it was incorporated, and till date the company is not having any bad name or any misconduct in their particular name, which is a good sign. So I think it's a good bet for a long term buy. More such videos will come. Please do like, subscribe and comment. And if you need any such kind of videos, I would request you all to subscribe my channel and also give a comment, so that I can create a video in the next in the upcoming days. Thank you so much guys for your support. Thank you.